Yeah, really good point. Nothing makes sense, buddy. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're out here doing another one of these things today, eh? Well, give yourselves a round of applause for coming out in the cold. People keep asking me online. They keep going, well, why are you doing this? They're going to lift the mandates. They're going to lift the mandates on March 14th. That's what they said.
Temporarily.
So I responded, and I'll read it to you. Okay? I responded to a guy. I usually don't respond to people online unless it's something non-political, because it just turns into a mess. Because a lot of people are just planted there to waste your time. Right? So this guy's one of those guys. Why? Why are we still out here doing this when they're going to lift the mandates? 2 weeks to flatten the curve, bro. Remember that one? They're going to lift the mandates in 2 weeks? I'll take that bet. I'll bet they're not. Or they're going to do some half-ass measure. Who wants to take on that bet? Anybody here? I didn't think so. Yeah. You believe anything they say? I sure don't. These people are trained narcissistic liars. That's what they do for a living. These politicians are trained to trick you. And they have people with degrees sitting around tables for days and days on end on how they're going to respond in the news to trick you. That's what they do. It's their jobs. And they're good at it. It's working, obviously, this guy. So I said, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. I said, do you need a vax pass to get on an airplane? Are people still fired because of mandates? Did the government use an illegally obtained, hacked list to freeze bank accounts of people who donated to the Freedom Convoy, people who had a different political opinion? Is this the same government that took $10 million from these people and gave $10 million to a known terrorist named Omar Khadr? Remember last August when they lifted the mask mandates in Newfoundland for a few weeks, only to be reinstated, and cases kept going up anyway? Because follow what? Science. Really? The mandates aren't lifted yet, and until they're lifted, all of them, people have their jobs back, and you can get on a plane, and you don't have to show a piece of paper to go somewhere. We're going to keep fighting. They're lying to us. And our government is openly admitted by global elites, totally infiltrated right now. Openly admitting it. And people are still okay with this. What did Maxime Bernier have to say? He said, have political prisoners been freed? No. Have illegally frozen bank accounts been unfrozen? No. Have stolen trucks been returned to their owners? No. Have police thugs who were beating on peaceful protesters been sanctioned? No. Are we still in an illegal state of emergency? Yeah. So this guy responded. Darrell, I'm sitting here watching innocent people getting slaughtered in Ukraine. I'm not arguing about COVID anymore. I'm over that stuff. Wow.
Distraction!
That is a cop-out and a distraction. What's happening in Ukraine right now is terrible. Both sides are wrong.
Yes.
Always, when innocent people are getting hurt or murdered, both sides are wrong. You can't just look at the news and say, oh yeah, that same news that lied about the trucker convoy, that lied about the far left protests, that lied about G20 in Toronto. I was there. What I saw and what I saw in the news were totally different. So what makes you think they're telling you the truth right now, boys and girls? They're not.
We're just a small fringe minority.
They're lying to you. They're lying about the whole position. The truth is, in Ukraine is a very complicated situation over there.
Yes.
There are some areas that want to separate. There are some far militant groups that have very questionable ties to actual fascism. Okay? Yes. And there are lots of global elites with interest in their resources. So, you got communists on one side fighting global elite fascists on another side, and innocent people getting hurt. It's not save one, fight the other. No, they're all wrong. And it's distracting you so they can get away with murdering people in our country, taking away our jobs, forcing us to take a shot we don't want to take, and oh, it's going to go away. No, it's not. They're going to lift what? Maybe you can go to a restaurant. Maybe. Oh, that's going to be great. Thanks so much. We get to go to a restaurant now. I'm so glad I have that back. That's a privilege, apparently? No, that's freedom. That's been taken away from us. We can't let this happen until we go back to our normal. Not the globalist normal, not Justin Trudeau's normal.
Not the new normal.
Why do you think they backpedal so fast on the Emergency Act? Everyone forgot about it. This guy I was talking to online, he forgot about the Emergency Act that just happened and then happened. He even said later on in his comment that he wasn't a big Trudeau supporter, so maybe he supports another political party. That's fine, it's his choice. I'm a PPCer. I'm clear with where I stand. We haven't changed since the beginning. We stay true to our guns. We'll stick true to them all the way through and through. Because we're on the right side of history. Emergency order came in. Passed. Saddest day. I was so frustrated. I'm sure you guys were mad as hell. And people were sad and mad and upset, right? We didn't know what to do. And Jagmeet Singh and the NDP propped him up. Can you believe that?
Two-faced traitor.
Terrible. His own people, the Sikh truckers that were up there, saying that he's a traitor to their own religion. He's not a true Sikh. Terrible, terrible. He's got a leadership review happening in PEI in April. Anybody want to start a convoy and go support our brothers and sisters in PEI? Maybe go let Jagmeet know we're there. Maybe we'll take a little trip over to PEI. If you guys from PEI, reach out.
We don't need a pass.
Yeah, we don't need a pass. They're going to keep changing the goalposts. So anyway, back to the emergency thing for just 1 second. Bear with me on this. Think about this. What really happened here? Why did it turn around right away? I watched the Senate debates. Bunch of old people sitting around arguing about stamping papers, right? Usually they don't care. Most of them are appointed by Trudeau. There's a couple of conservative ones. Stamping papers. You never hear about them. Nobody knows who these people are. They debated. For days and days on end, they debated. They were actually going to shut down this bill. First time. First time it's happened since Trudeau started his tenure. You think about that. That's one reason. But the other main reason is money.
Yes.
So, can you imagine being a foreign investor propping up the housing markets in Vancouver and Ottawa and Toronto? How much money is getting spent in foreign investment, and we know a lot of that money's not clean. The moment that the government comes out and says, we're going to start this new program to investigate all the bank accounts, how many phone calls were made to brokers to pull your money out? And how many people way above Trudeau's head called him and said, you need to stop this. Our banking system's on the verge of possible collapse. People are pulling out their money. Not $5,000, like $50 million or more. He's a fool. He should never be running this country. Maybe he could run like a volunteer soup kitchen or something. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not even that. Not even that. I don't think he could do that. Maybe.
Like the drama school. I don't think Mr. Trudeau could even run a toilet.
Couldn't run a toilet. No, probably not. Maybe something that has nothing to do with interacting with other people. Like, maybe he could be like, I don't know, a hermit in the woods or something.
Hey, Darrell, let her go back to drama school. I said again, he was no good at that either.
He's useless. Look, guys, people are saying, oh, you know, these guys, they want to overthrow the government. That's not true.
No, we don't.
We want a real choice. We want real representation. Like Jeff said earlier, all of the Liberal MPs, Seamus O'Regan and Goody Hutchins, all of them propped up this vote for the emergency order, and they all voted to extend the mandates. They didn't agree or didn't want to talk to the truckers. And Andrew Furey and all the Liberals with him are all supporting and propping up this Liberal agenda, and none of it's for Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador needs a new choice.
A new party.
Needs a new party.
And get rid of them.
And the federal party to vote for is PPC.
On the way.
Keep your ears to the ground. Change is coming. They know it's coming and they're starting to run.
And they're scared.
And they're scared. And I got a message for Fury. If you don't sit down and talk to us, and if you don't drop all these mandates like you promised, pack your bags, sell your shit, and leave, because you're not welcome on this island anymore. We don't like you. You're doing a bad job, and you're hurting innocent people and children. Stop doing it. Thanks for coming out, guys. Darrell Shelley here again, Long Range Mountains PPC, and we'll keep doing this until we are free. Thanks again. Thanks for, guys, thank you for doing the food and the rally tickets and for organizing all this stuff and being a good team. Give yourself a round of applause because we really are a community here.